Good morning, welcome back to Home Life with Rebecca. It's Monday and I'm so glad you guys can join me today. So it's Monday, it is the start of a new week. I've got 3 older kids staying home because there's no school for them, and the 3 younger kids off to school today. Today I want to make the applesauce sour cream cake that has been requested. I've shared it before, but I'm going to share it again. I have all the ingredients to make it. Super easy to make. I just wanted to jump on here real quick to tell you about some upcoming vlogs. I'm going to be sharing the applesauce cake. I'm going to be sharing my easy zucchini loaf. I'm going to be sharing this easy zucchini boat pizza that I make. Cooper wants Jillian's bagel that she's eating. Kennedy and Jillian both need some warmer pants for the winter. Our weather is finally turning into fall, so we'll be doing a thrift store haul, and we have a new library. Cooper, seriously, I'm trying to record. Cooper, seriously. We have a new library opening up in our city, and so I want to go through some of Kennedy's toys and books to donate, so I thought I would take you along for that and make a video. What else was I wanting to share? I just wanted to jump on here too and say thank you for everybody's wonderful and supportive comments about my dad and praying for him and praying for my family as well. I know if something happens that I'll find a way to get there. My family's not gonna just, oh, Becky can't afford it, she's not coming. I will find a way to get there. It is in God's will for me to be with my dad. They still don't know what kind of cancer it is, but he had the brain scan. He does not have tumors in his brain. It is stage 4 though. Everywhere else they're just not sure the origin of it, but he is going to be starting chemotherapy. He's getting put on methadone. He has a very positive outlook on it, and he is a man of God, and so he told me, if it's my time, it's my time, and I'm gonna be rejoicing in heaven with my Savior. Sorry, I get emotional. But those are some upcoming vlogs that I want to share. Also, I got offered a job at our church to be the youth coordinator. I was leading youth group last year because the youth group leader left unexpectedly, and we had just joined this church, and they kind of just threw me into the position because it was mainly my kids and a few of their friends, and they didn't have anybody. And I did it from October until, it was April, May, but I think it was right after Easter, and then I had to take a step back because I had too much on my plate at the time. But a position opened up, a paid position, to 8 to 12 hours a week, just sending out emails, reaching out to the youth, inviting them to stuff, and then of course just being at the activities. This Sunday we're going to be painting the church nursery, and one of the ladies was telling the pastor how colorful my house was, so they sent me home with a huge paint sample to go over with my kids to see what we want to choose to paint the nursery. I was very flattered that they offered me the job, and I was thinking what a blessing, especially after everything on my last vlog, struggling with money, but I had to turn it down. The reason being is we get SSI for Kennedy. We never see that money. It goes straight into, half of it goes into a savings that we're trying to rebuild our savings, and the other half just goes to groceries, mortgage. She gets it till she's 18. I get it till she's 18. It's because I cannot go get a full-time job with her disability, so they kind of pay me to stay home to get her to school and do all her appointments, because even though she goes to school all day, sometimes I have to go to her school and change her. She's got her therapy appointments, she's got speech and OT, so it's impossible for me to go get a regular job because of that. So if I would have taken the church job, it would have put us over income, and we would lose that money, and it's more than what I would have made at the church. They were very understanding about it because it's only a year job right now till they hire an actual youth director. and it took like a year to get approved for everything for the SSI. It was a lot of paperwork. I don't want to go through it again. She's already in the system. But I did tell the pastor, I will still do all the things that you want me to do. I will send the emails. I will contact the kids. I will come to all of the events because I want to serve, and I feel that's how I'm being called to serve. I don't need to be paid for it. Cooper! I had already offered to come back to do it since my plate wasn't so full, so they don't need to pay me. And he was like, are you sure? And I'm like, I'm very sure. So I will still be serving as youth coordinator. I'm just not going to take the pay for it. Cooper, that bagel. Oh my gosh, this dog wants her bagel. Look at this. Cooper, no. Oh yes, and Cooper got a haircut. How handsome does he look? He had tree sap all over his fur that we thought were mats, but it was so sticky it was pulling on him and causing pain because he likes to roll around on branches, I guess. I don't even know. Don't give that to him. So Cooper got a haircut. We found a really affordable place. They only charged me $60 for him. I'm telling you, PetSmart charges me $65 for Rosie, and she weighs 5 pounds. So we have a new groomer. Anyway, so that's what's going on with church. I'm also on the praise team, so I'm getting very active in our church. We're starting this praise band. It's going. We have a lot of kinks to iron out, but that is what's going on. So today will be the applesauce sour cream cake, and I hope that some of these vlogs sound appealing to you guys. Let me know more in the comments if you want more day in the life videos, just me rambling. I'd love to know. It's a little bit easier now for me to make videos now that the kids are back in school. So okay, I'm going to go on my morning walk, and then when I come back, we'll get started on that cake. Okay guys, I'm back from my walk. Here is all the ingredients you're going to need for the applesauce muffins. I decided to not do this in my electric mixer so I can show you better putting the stuff in. So you'll need 2 bowls. You'll need some ground cinnamon, some salt, some applesauce that is already sweetened. You can use unsweetened applesauce, but you'll have to add more sugar, some brown sugar, some baking soda, some vegetable oil, vanilla extract, 2 eggs, and some granulated sugar. And then I preheated my oven to 375. I can't remember how much they make, so I have 15 right here. Might be able to make more, I don't remember, but I lightly sprayed them with some nonstick spray so that they don't stick to the muffin liner. And you could also, if you don't want to do muffins, you can make this into a cake version and it tastes just as good. And we'll mix everything and then combine it, pour it in the muffin cups, and bake it for 17 to 20 minutes. So let's get started. I don't know if I mentioned you also needed flour. I have a big bucket of flour, so I added my 1 3/4 cup of flour. I'm going to mix most of my dry ingredients right now. So I did the flour, and now I need 1 teaspoon, this is almost gone, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We need the 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Half a cup of brown sugar packed. Half a cup of granulated sugar. Mix all the dry ingredients together. There's my dry ingredients. My brown sugar was a little bit hard, so I had to go in there and really break apart the clumps of brown sugar because you don't want that in there. So I mixed that really well. So now I'll set this aside and do my wet ingredient. I went ahead and put my dry ingredients off of the counter to give myself some more space. But I've got my 2 eggs in there. Now I'm going to do 1/2 cup of oil. This is just vegetable oil. And then we need 1/2 teaspoon or 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I always like to add just a tiny bit more. Move that out of the way. We need 1/4 cup of sour cream. Here, perfect for getting stuff out. Then you're going to need 1.5 cups of your applesauce. So I'm thinking I probably should have used my electric mixer because I did go in on Friday and I got the cortisone shots in my thumbs, both of them. It was very, very painful. Some of the worst pain I've had, especially in my right hand. So my hands are still really sore. So I'm having a little bit of trouble opening stuff and mixing things. That's okay. Turns out I have basal arthritis in both my hands, and it's pretty bad. I'm 45. They said it's like a 75-year-old woman, pretty much past any kind of physical therapy. We're gonna do the cortisone shots, but in the next year or two, I will need both joints replaced in both of my hands. So we are looking at some surgery. It's pretty uncommon to have it this bad at my age. They really couldn't tell me why. A lot of it's genetics. Who knows, but that's what's going on with that. So my hands are sore. It was really hard to open this. On Friday, I couldn't even pick up my phone or open up a bottle of Tylenol. I was in a lot of pain. Okay, so I've got all my wet stuff, and then I'm just gonna mix this till it's smooth. Using a whisk because I think it'll be easier to get the little clumps of sour cream mixed, because you do want to mix it until it's completely smooth. Okay, it's nice and smooth. Then you're going to add your wet mixture into the dry mixture. So I like to just add a little bit at a time. You don't want to over mix it. No, get down. He's getting very tall. Okay, there's my mix. I'm gonna fill up my muffin cups, and you're gonna wanna bake these for 17 to 20 minutes until your toothpick comes out clean. So I was able to do exactly 21 muffins. So I'm gonna stick these in the oven and set the timer for, I'll start off at 15 minutes. My paper says 17 to 20, but ovens tend to vary, and I don't think I've made these since we've had our new oven, so I'm going to set it for 15 and check them first. And while I wait for those, I will do my dishes. We have some cookies left over from church last night that the pastor gave us to take home. I've got some ground beef taken out. I'm going to make just chili beans tonight, very simple, one pot meal. Because Adam's having surgery today at 2:30 on his back, so I just wanted something very easy to put together, but I didn't want to order pizza or anything like that, so I'm just going to do chili beans, and I might make some instant rice with it. We'll see though. But I'm going to wash these dishes and put all my stuff away. I'm glad I only set the timer for 15 minutes because 15 minutes is exactly what they needed. My paper does say 17 to 20 minutes, so just set it lower at first and check them and then put them back in as needed, but they're all done. I'm going to let them cool, and then I will show you one broken apart. And these also will freeze for up to 3 months in an airtight container if you want to make like several batches at once. For my chili beans, I just have a pound of ground beef that I'm defrosting. I just use 1 can of corn drained, some black beans drained and rinsed, my kidney beans drained and rinsed, a can of tomato sauce, a can of diced tomatoes, green chilies, cook up my meat, add this stuff up, and then add some chili seasoning. I have like a chili packet. I just add this into there and then just let it simmer. And it's a very simple meal, very filling. You can add some rice to it if you want, some white rice. My kids like that. Or you can just eat it as it is. Sometimes we make baked potatoes with it. You just add some shredded cheese, some sour cream if you want, if you have tortilla chips. Just kind of make it your own. Sometimes I use pinto beans, but today I'm going to use the black beans and the kidney beans. And this will be dinner tonight. I wanted to apologize for my voice. I think I'm getting kind of a cold. But here is my sour cream applesauce muffins. They're very moist. They're very good. They're really good if you want to put some butter on them. But all my kids like these. And like I said, you can freeze them for up to 3 months. Just make sure it's an airtight container. But super simple to make. A lot of people already have the ingredients on hand to make them. But that is it for today's vlog. Let me know in the comments if you guys are going to try these. And I will link the ingredients in the description box below. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll make the zucchini bread and some pizza zucchini boats. Bye guys, chicken tendies.